Alright, everybody, watch things go downhill quickly in Orlando, Florida. We are off of Orange Blossom and we pull behind this business. Notice that there was two people on the left. We pull behind this business. This is one of the most dangerous places in Orlando. You can see there's cars up ahead, and I just didn't like that, so I decided to take a left here, even though there was a pedestrian blocking the path with a stick. There she is. Notice she spit on the ground before we went, and then she smiled. Notice there's a dude that was walking now, blocking the exit, so he walks back over. Now, when I pull over right here, two other pedestrians are walking towards me, and I decided to go even though there's cars coming. Now, I didn't hit that car. I got pretty close to it, but I didn't hit it. Notice that he took it personal. And there's cars behind him. You can't see that on video. Now he is starting to road rage me. So I am always on the idea of avoiding conflict. So I decide to try to pass him very quickly. Now I know what I did with forcing myself in traffic was kind of dangerous, but I almost feel like those pedestrians were boxing me in. And you can't see it on camera, but there's two other pedestrians that were literally even though I drove really fast to get away from this guy and slowed down, I really tried to stop this guy from aggressing towards me. He wasn't quitting. He wanted to road rage me. And what happened there, see, he's stopping up ahead. He's really trying to continue to engage me. So I sped off. He chased me. And here, I almost stopped the car to let him keep getting distance, but this guy just wasn't letting go. It wasn't his problem, but he made it his problem. You can see here he's almost stopping on the road again. He's trying to engage me, but again, I speed off as fast as I can to get away from him. Never make a problem that's not yours. I wasn't going to hit this car. Actually, the car behind him was the one that I was really going to kind of stop. And there was enough space that if I just got really close to the road, the car behind him would have known that I was going to get into the road. But like I said, there was pedestrians boxing me in, and they had, it must have been baseball bats or something. So what I think they were trying to do is take advantage of the cars that were coming with the traffic to box me in. I wouldn't be able to get back on the road, so I figured my best bet would be to kind of force myself into the road where there's civilians, people who are not part of that little plot, because it seemed like they had almost boxed me in, using the traffic to box me in, and they had baseball bats. I had no idea what they were going to do, but the clear fact that there was three people walking towards my vehicles, and two of them had sticks, and one was purposely trying to box me in, I figured my best, I don't know what they were going to do, but I figured, I wasn't going to crash into a car, but I kind of just let the cars that were coming know that, hey, I'm getting into the road, and I wasn't going to hit his car. But that wasn't really his problem. He decided to make it his problem. When I slowed down to get away from him, sped up to get away from him, he just kept following me and road raging me for quite a while. You have to be really careful out there, because I was trying to get away from what I thought was a danger. Now, me getting close to the road was a signal not to that car that road raged me, but to the car behind him that I was going to incorporate myself into the road. But he was just more of a problem than the people that were trying to box me in, apparently. But it wasn't his problem. He could have let it go. He had no idea why I was fleeing that place, why I was desperate to get out of there. He just decided. You can see me speeding up again because he's relentlessly on my tail now. He's still screaming and throwing a fist, so I'm speeding up again to get away from him. Not taking any more back streets because I don't know what's going on. But anyways, things got really out of hand there, and this guy in this SUV made a problem that wasn't his. It's like, in life you're going to encounter all types of problems, so why would you make a problem that's not yours by engaging somebody needlessly? I did everything I could to put distance between me and him and kind of disengage the conflict. I wasn't aggressive. I didn't scream. I just tried to disengage this person. It was, a traffic-related issue, but he tried to turn it into a road raging conflict, which is completely unnecessary. And I made a split decision leaving that parking lot, that whatever those people were going to do to me in that parking lot wasn't going to happen. I don't know where that guy came from. He must have been in the shadows because he wasn't one of the two people that were in the front. So it seemed almost like they almost had a little scheme to box you in, maybe hit your car with a stick or something, get you to get out of the car, and then they could jack you. Who knows what they were really trying to do? But whatever they were trying to do, I figured I had better chances by kind of forcing myself back on the Orange Blossom, kind of where I would be dealing with regular civilians and not people that were trying to run some type of who knows what on me. When I saw those two cars up ahead, I almost knew that wasn't the way to go. And the fact that there was a person there with a stick was almost like, who knows. But anyways, it was a very strange scenario. And these neighborhoods are dangerous. We go to these places all the time. And I don't always publish when these type of things happen. A lot of times when stuff like this happens to us, we just kind of push it underneath the rug, edit it out, and not publish it. But I want you guys to know that these hood drive around videos are dangerous. Orlando is not exactly the worst city out there, too. Like, there's places that are way worse. But even in a safe city like Orlando, if you go into bad neighborhoods, you can definitely encounter some very dangerous moments. But I think that one of the biggest lessons we can draw from this scenario is I was trying to get away from something. The people that were boxing me in on purpose, they obviously had an intention or a goal, and they were trying to do something, whatever it was. But the person that road raged me, the random civilian that decided to road rage me, was completely a free problem. Like, those people were trying to do something, I was trying to get away from something, but this guy had absolutely no real reason to engage me in this situation. In fact, the car behind him was really the one that should have been angry, because the car behind him was the one that really had the potential of getting hit. But I got close to that vehicle to let the car behind him know that I was going to incorporate. And this was a split-second decision. It was either force yourself into the traffic and hope that the people stop, or whatever those people were going to do to me, because they were apparently armed. That is why these neighborhood drives are dangerous, and the type of things that can happen out there, and why these neighborhood drive videos can sometimes get a little scary. Keep in mind that when you guys watch these videos, you're only seeing what's happening in one direction, but if you're seeing things happen in 4 or 5 directions, there's a lot going on.